My name is Harry Baldwin. I'm a detective, and I got a case. A bad case. Not a case of a cold or a case of the runs, but a case of the blues ever since my razor been stolen. Two nights ago, I shaved before I went to bed. It was a Saturday night after a Halloween party, and I noticed my face had grown a little scratchier than normal, and I wanted to look nice and clean for church the following morning. I left my razor where I always do, on the shelf above the trash can, and I came back this morning, that is November 1st, and to my surprise, it was gone. This came as quite a shock to me, as I'd never had trouble with my property going missing before. But living in a house with 50 other men, I don't know who I can trust. Anyone could be hiding some deep secret or dark past. I don't yet know what the next steps are, but I know that I will find this razor. It was the last gift my father gave me before he, I will find that razor. But for now, I gotta go to class. My goodness, it is cold in here. I've decided I need some help in this investigation. I've done some snooping on my own time, and admittedly it's proved a quite tedious and at times dangerous business. But who could I trust? Clearly, any of these scoundrels could have taken my precious razor. I figured if I could trust anyone, it would be a resident advisor, Josh. He was a former cop in his day, and has the most well-kept facial hair of any man in this house. He could understand my position. It was a rather dismal and rainy afternoon, but sitting in his special chair, I couldn't help but feel a little better. I didn't come here to feel better, though. I needed his help, so I told him, "I need your help." "Okay, what can I do?" he queried. "Someone stole my razor," said I. "You mean the razor your dad gave you before he..." "Yes, that one. Someone stole it, and I need your help finding out who." It was a demand more than a question, but I knew him well. I knew he would follow through. He looked at me for a long time and then finally said, "You've come to the right place. Let's find this thief." We sat and planned for hours. He suggested I track down the movements of everyone from the day my razor went missing, and that I return to the crime scene to look for evidence. I asked him if he'd come with me, to which he declined. I thanked him for his help and left. His parting words rang in my head as I walked back to my room.
And remember, don't trust anybody, but you can always come back to me if you have a close shave.
There was a lot on my mind after that meeting, but I knew it was good. This was progress. Someone who could help me to get one step closer to finding who stole my razor. And I knew my next steps. It was time to set up some interviews, see if we can track down who among these men thinks that he's worthy of thieving my property. Over a week has passed since my last entry. My face has grown so dirty. I grew desperate for a means to at least clean it up some. According to the plan, I've conducted some interviews. I wasn't exactly sure where I would go for such an event, but I figured, though it may have been small, there's nothing like a house of God to keep a man honest, so I chose the chapel. Go ahead and look directly at the camera. Please state your name.
Mitch Stevenson.
And what were you doing October 31st?
Watching movies, dude.
What kind of movies?
Thrillers.
Why wasn't I invited?
You didn't check your email.
Ooh, a smart guy, huh? State your full name.
Jonathan Snodgrass.
And what were you doing October 31st?
No comment.
Answer the question, Snodgrass.
Hanging out with your mom.
Joke's on you. I don't have a mom. Please state your name.
Chef Gloria Bible. I was cooking in your kitchen. Honestly, does this have to do with your missing razor? I know last spring I shaved my legs, but does it look like I'm shaving now? Excuse me.
Just being thorough, ma'am. And, what were you doing October 31st?
I, chatted with babes.
Well, listen. There's holidays, and then there's business.
The name's Cactus Cowboy. See, I got the call at midnight and I knew it was my time to shine.
Business never stops. Holidays do. So, I see a bunch of free candy.
I jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge.
I know with inflation and everything, the resale value is going through the roof. So what do? I get 100 pounds of candy. The end.
It was a typical Halloween weekend in Corvegas, shotgunning beers with the boys and, playing beer pong. Go Beavs.
I was slurping on a peach milkshake and partying with MGK.
None of the dots are connecting yet. I'm still holding out hope that I will find this man in my razor. But at this point, things are looking grim. More bulletins as events proceed. Just holding on hope.
Harry. Harry,
Father?
don't give up.
What?
Seek the blender.
Blender.
Find the razor.
Razor!
Oh, hey man, put that down. What's gotten into, man?
Just, I had a weird dream.
Do you, want to talk about it or anything?
Blender.
Okay, well, you're not really making much sense.
No, I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
It's all good, man.
These, past few days have been a lot. I'm reminded every time I look at my reflection of the dream. I spent some time going back over the interviews. You see, I thought everyone I'd talked to had such a strong alibi there was no way I could have left anything behind. But as it turns out, there was something I missed. In my dream, I was reminded to seek the blender. And this confused me for a moment because last time I sought out a blender, I was making a smoothie for breakfast. Those were simpler times then. But I looked, and I was confused at first. How could he have done, how? But it all made too much sense.
Don't trust anybody.
And he was trying to steer me away. My closest friend and only ally. Josh stabbed me in the back,
How many times do I have to tell you not to use the corkboard for personal reasons?
and I need to confront him about it. Is that it, right? I need to be patient. I can do that. I need to be calm. I'm not as sure I'm capable of that. But I'm ready to take back what's rightfully mine. My father was an important man. He taught me integrity and grit. He taught me humility. Today, I stood for what I've learned. Josh.
Harry, it's good to see you. Any progress on the case?
I should be the one asking you.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You know what you did.
I'm not sure I follow.
You told me not to trust anyone. You led me astray. You had me chasing a stale scent, barking up the wrong tree, mistrusting all these men who really just want to care for me. What do you have to say for yourself?
Harry, calm down. If you needed help with the case, you could just come talk to me. You don't need to frame me like this. Just have a seat and we'll talk about it. So, you say you left your razor above the trash can in the bathroom on the second floor?
That's right.
And everybody has a strong alibi?
Everyone except for you.
Well, if no one seems guilty, then well, just an accident.
What do you mean?
Well, it's exactly what I mean.
Like someone just knocked it in there?
That's exactly what.
Well then, you should still be here.
Sit down. They would have taken out the trash right now.
Well then, that should be in the dumpster.
Now, Harry, the garbage truck would have been here several times by now. It's okay to be upset. It's just an accident. You can't blame anybody. It's gone. There's nothing you can do about it.
I feel like nothing without the memory of my father.
Harry, your father gave you much more than just a razor.
My father named me Harold. He gave me a gift. It wasn't just my silly razor. He gave me the gift of perception, wisdom, patience, and this. He knew I would be called Harry. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being Harry.
Kx squared equals 1 half mv squared. But we know that the kinetic energy the potential energy equals 0. And the area under the potential energy graph is the -4. So if I take the integral of, when we use Hooke's law, college is hard. I wonder how Corbin and Nosh are doing right now. I hope they're well. Something's still weird about this case. Something's still bothering me about Josh.
So you say you left the razor on the shelf above the bathroom on the 2nd floor, right?
I never told him that. How did he know?
Don't look at me like that. This is my razor, not his. I wouldn't do that to him.